But first, Acura's Integra made a strong statement for Honda's luxury division as a competent boy racer. But for 2002, the Integra won't be back. Why? Because Acura wants to up its entry-level image, and for that, it built the RSX. Here's Kevin Wilson with the story.
Among the Fast and the Furious set, the Acura Integra has great street cred as a starting place for a rod. It makes a good toy. Remember those ads with the Integra on a Hot Wheels track? Problem for Acura is it's not selling toys, it's selling upscale luxury cars, and the Integra didn't quite fit. Hence the RSX for 2002, replacing Integra in the lineup. It's a faster car straight out of the box, but also more refined and sophisticated. Let's take a look at it. Wind tunnel tuned, 21st century sleek, and in this Type S form, 200 horsepower strong, the RSX makes the Integra look like yesterday's news. It may replace Integra, but it's not named Integra. It's something else. It's styled more in keeping with the CL, TL, and MDX that have helped Acura set sales records in each of the past 7 months. So we're here at the Waterford Hills Road Circuit in Michigan to meet this new car, push it hard, and find out if it's still got the goods. The RSX is a dedicated sports coupe, where the Integra was offered in both coupe and sedan forms, and the tighter focus on the sporting mission is evident in the cabin. For all the performance enhancement, you get the car out on the road and you find out the RSX really does ride more nicely, it's quieter, and the interior is a nicer place to be. The material choices are nicer, the design really stands out. And you begin to understand why it is that Acura believes this car can compete not with Eclipse and Celica, but with the Mercedes C-Class hatchback. This Type S has a slick shifting 6-speed manual gearbox to help you make the best use of the 7,900 RPM redline of the 2-liter engine. The standard RSX comes with a 5-speed manual or 5-speed sequential sport shift automatic and a 160 horsepower engine with a more modest but still impressive 6,800 RPM redline. High revving engines have become a Honda performance trademark, evident in the Acura NSX and Honda S2000 flagships for their respective divisions. The Type S engine makes a race car-like 100 horsepower per liter of displacement. If a Viper did that, it would have 800 horsepower instead of 450. If a Z06 Vet was this efficient, it would make 570 horsepower rather than just 405. Acura doesn't stop with the drivetrain though. The RSX has beefy 4-wheel disc brakes, nearly a foot in diameter up front, with anti-lock. The wheels are 16-inch alloys with performance tires. The steering is fairly quick at just over 2.5 turns lock to lock, and the feel is pretty good for a front-drive car. The RSX chassis is stiffer than Integra's for better handling and a quieter ride. On the track, it's faster down the straights, better balanced in the corners, and much improved in braking. At $19,950 for the base car and $23,170 for a Type S, it doesn't even cost a lot more than an Integra, though it's clearly a much better car. All is not perfect though, especially for adherents to the Integra Type R, the raciest version of the old car, which had wishbone front suspension instead of the strut setup on RSX, and a limited slip differential. Both those features would make the RSX more appealing to tuners. The limited slip diff, at least, could well appear on a future RSX Type R. So that's the RSX Type S, a luxury sports coupe that can hold its own on a racetrack. If it's not the raw-boned street machine that the Integra was, that's okay. Honda's bringing back the Civic Si for that crowd. But that's a story for another day. For now, I'm Kevin Wilson at Waterford Hills for Auto Week magazine.
I am constantly amazed by the car things that I don't know about. Case in point, I took my 3 boys, a 12-year-old and twin 9-year-olds, to go see that movie, The Fast and the Furious, about the import car scene. Now, for weeks after that, they pointed out Mitsubishi Eclipses and Honda Civics and Ford Focuses as those kinds of cars. a couple of weeks back. I then took them to the NSRA, National Street Rod Association convention in Louisville, Kentucky. Now I'm about half a generation removed from understanding the passion of those cars. There was everything out there, 32 Fords and T-Buckets and Hudsons and some Mercuries. And the kids loved them. They understood them. They saw them. They appreciated them. But you know what? They didn't connect with them the way they connected with those Nissans, those Hondas, those Mitsubishis. Now, I recognized that. I knew that. I learned it. I hope somebody in Detroit can do the same thing. But wait, there's more. Ian Callum, who is the chief designer of Aston Martin and Jaguar, was asked by top brass if Jaguar should have a sport utility vehicle. Said Callum, a Jaguar looks fast when it's standing still. A sport utility looks like it's standing still when it's going fast. I said no.
For more of the latest automotive news and information, log on to speedvision.com.